There's going to be a large dinging sound in a few minutes. So, let's start reading. After having my brother read that last part because I had to go do something, I guess, I don't know. He said something about she was looking at a little piece of paper or something like that. There it is. Ditzy stared at the address on the little paper. It was the only research she was given. There was no way to know if the client was or what kind of job they had in mind. Ditzy was instructed to just go to the address and see for herself. However, she wasn't totally in the dark. There it was. She wasn't totally in the dark. Sorry to have to do this a lot. Ditzy had realized that there was one advantage to being a mailman before taking this job. She was already familiar with a fair number of mailing addresses around Equestria. For instance, she recognized this one she was given today as the address of the Ponyville Library. Ditzy's heart pounded as she landed in front of the tree that contained the library. It was finally time to start her first assignment, and she still didn't feel ready. She hesitated for a few moments. For Dinky, the Pegasus repeated to herself again and again. I have to do this. I need the money to support Dinky. I can do it. She raised the hoof and rapped on the door. The door opened, but curiously no pony was on the other side. As far as Ditzy knew, Ponyville Library didn't have an automatic door. Hello, she asked hesitantly, peering at the library's semi-dark interior. Right here, came a male voice. Ditzy looked down and locked eyes with the small purple dragon. Oh, hi, Spike, Ditzy greeted. How are you? The Pegasus was relieved to see Spike. Twilight Sparkle was usually busy studying or out with her friends, and so Ditzy was used to delivering the mail to the little unicorn, this dragon assistant. Honestly, I thought she was going to ship Twilight, but I guess there's a wrong thing for everything. I'm fine, actually, Spike replied. What's up, Ditzy? Is there a delivery for Twilight or something? No, Ditzy replied. It's something totally different. Actually, I am supposed to respond to a call that came from this location, directed to Equestria Speedy Shipping Services. Spike gasped, grabbed Ditzy's mane, and yanked her inside. That's violent. And slammed the door. I contacted them this morning. Whoa, this sounds like a secret mission now. But I didn't know you worked there. How long has this been going on? Since this morning, Ditzy said dryly. Oh, Spike pondered at the moment, grabbing his mustache. His sexy mustache. Well, are you any good? I have no idea, Ditzy continued in the same cynical tone. There was a long pause as Spike thought about this. Good enough, he said finally. Oh my god. How are you going to have someone who doesn't even know what to do and just be like, oh, that's okay then. But I guess he must be desperate and this is probably going to be Rarity. I guess have your first assignment then, he leaned in to speak softly to the Pegasus. You see, I've noticed the word is starting to get around Ponyville that I like, see, I told you, that I like Rarity and I. You like Rarity? Face, hoof. You like Rarity? Ditzy cried aloud, like alerting half the neighborhood. Shh, Spike scolded her. It was supposed to still be a secret. Sorry, Ditzy mumbled, covering her mouth. Continue. Anyways, Spike went on. Word seems to be getting around, and so lately I've been getting desperate to find a way to clue Rarity in on how I feel before she finds out through accentuating circumstances. I think that would just complicate things. So Ditzy started. What do you want me to do then? It doesn't have to be anything big, Spike mumbled, looking down with mild embarrassment. Just see if you can get her to dinner with me or something, or anything else. It doesn't have to be dinner. I just want some way for the two of us to be together without Twilight and all her friends, so Rarity and I can at least get to know each other better, and, well, I can handle things from there. Well, I can try to manage that, Ditzy said. Do you have a price in mind? Well, I don't have any bits, but I do have a bunch of gems. I was going to eat them, but you can take them if you help me out. I'd gladly give up all the gems in the world for Rarity. That sounds pretty bomb. Spike trailed off into a happy daydream. Ditzy considered the assignment. So all I have to do is get you and Rarity to go on whatever or more or less a date with you. I guess if that's how you want to word that. Spike mumbled, blushing profusely. Well, alright, Spike, you've got yourself a deal, the Pegasus chirped. I'll go and talk to Rarity and see what I can do. No guarantees, though. Thanks, and good luck, Spike called as Ditzy flew off to the carousel boutique. Mamba. Rarity hummed contentedly as she carefully united two pieces of fabric, a part of dazzlingly new design that she had envisioned that morning. Her work was suddenly interrupted by the sound of something heavy slamming her into the front door. Good heavens, what was that? The unicorn asked herself out loudly. Honestly, if this has to do something to do with Sweetie Belle and her friends again. Rarity used her magic to yank open the door, and gasped with surprise at the sight of a gray Pegasus sprawled out on the ground and clutching her snout. Ow. And that's what it says in the story, but ow. Ditzy groaned. Stupid depth perception. I could have sworn I had a few more feet until I reached that dang door. Dear, are you okay? I can't even do it. Dear, are you... I'm so sorry, guys, but I can't do Rarity or Applejack on cue. Dear, are you okay? Rarity asked sympathetically. Do step aside. I'll get you some ice for that bump. Oh my god, my brother could probably do this better than I can. Ugh. Rarity disappeared into another room as Ditzy wandered in to the boutique. The gray Pegasus found herself surrounded by pony mannequins, each clad in fabulous, flashy work-in-progress dresses of rarities, and I am terrified of mannequins because of stupid Silent Hill. However, she hardly noticed at her glamorous surroundings. She was too busy racking her brain for the best way to get Rarity to do what Spike wanted, as well as rubbing her sore nose. Well, here we are, darling. I'm so sorry. Here we are, darling. I can't do it. Screw it. Returning with a bag of ice, which was quickly tied to Ditzy's snout. Now, why did you drop by today, dear? Oh, my goodness. I was thinking of purchasing a dress, Ditzy stammered, fumbling to come up with an excuse for her arrival. Rarity's eyes lit up. Oh, of course, please come with me. I have an absolutely fabulous new collection of recently finished tailor-made just for Pegasi. I'm sure we could have I could have you looking simply stunning. Rarity paused, frowning slightly. Of course, they haven't been adjusted yet. I've been unable to get them modeled. Fluttershy is out of town this week, and Rainbow Dash flat out refused. Suddenly, a look of excitement washed over Rarity's features. My dear, I hardly know you, but would you like to model for me today? Sure, Ditzy answered, excited at the chance. Plus, she thought, it'll give me more time to figure out what you'll do with Spike. You went in there, balls to the wall, had no plan. Ditzy's badass. Marvelous, Rarity cried. Just stand up in front of the stage between the mirrors, and I'll bring the dresses. Okay, think. Ditzy whispered to herself as she waited for her hostess to return. How can I turn the topic to Spike? The Pegasus felt her stomach begin to knot in worry. What if I can't do it? If I can't make such a minor thing happen, I guess I have no place in a pony shipping business. Ditzy recalled her new co-worker Breeze had said to her, if Candy Floss hired you, even while knowing you had no experience, then something about you is signaling to him what's your pony for the job. Ditzy stamped her hoof in frustration. Candy Floss might be wrong, she grumbled. I'm a lousy male mare. I might turn out to be just as lousy of a matchmaker. Here we are, Rarity mused as she reappeared, rolling out a rack containing at least a dozen dresses. Let's get started. Over the next hour, Ditzy allowed herself to be Rarity's model, waiting patiently while the unicorn made timely adjustments to the pieces and fawned over the Pegasus appeared in them. So, what do you think of this one, Miss, pardon me. I know you're male mare, but I believe I don't know your name. Ditzy-do, the Pegasus replied, and this dress is beautiful. The Pegasus admired the garment and undoubtedly her favorite dress of the bunch. It was somewhat frilly yellow piece that went nicely with her mane and eyes. Rarity seemed to agree. She was practically faint at the glee of the sight of her fashion genius look so perfect on any pony. Sorry. Still having racking coughs from sickness. Zitzi was hesitant to remove the dress as she marveled at its beauty. If there's one thing a unicorn can do better than anything else, it's fashion, she thought. Wait, fashion. That was the key. That was her opening strike. So, Zitzi tried to sound as casual as she removed the dress and prepared to model for the next one. Do you only make clothing for ponies? Rarity looked somewhat confused. For the most part, she answered, they aren't exactly a lot of intelligent species besides ponies in the area. But I suppose now and again a whip up some special for a visiting creature from another part of Equestria. But why do you ask? Well, Dizzy tried to look nonchalant, which was usually easy to accomplish. It's hard to look too focused when one eye is facing other directions. I was just talking to Twilight's Dragon Frank Spike, and I'm going to have to stop the video here because it's 10:58. Sorry, guys. Bye.